today. Sri Srishaila Jagadguru Mageshwar Panditaradya Upaposhita Sri Vinayaka Education Trust Sushilama Bakapurada Channabasappa Hospital College for Women and Athani PG Center, Davangere.
सिद्धिविनायक मंगल मूर्ति गणराय श्री गौरी सुत सिद्धिविनायक मंगल मूर्ति गणराय मूषिक वाहन नागभूषण मूषिक वाहन नागभूषण परम दयाकर शुभकाय परम दयाकर शुभकाय श्री गौरी सुत सिद्धिविनायक मंगल मूर्ति गणराय सर्वकार्यदलि सर्वकालदलि ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ನಿನ್ನನು ಪೂಜಿಸುತ್ತ ಸರ್ವಕಾರ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ವಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ನಿನ್ನನು ಪೂಜಿಸುತ್ತ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸಹಜದಿ ಬಯಸಿದ ಬಯಕೆಯು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸಹಜದಿ ಬಯಸಿದ ಬಯಕೆಯು ಪಡೆವರು ನಿನ್ನನು ಪೂಜಿಸುತ್ತ ಪಡೆವರು ನಿನ್ನನು ಪೂಜಿಸುತ್ತ ಶ್ರೀ ಗೌರಿ ಸುತ ಸಿದ್ಧಿವಿನಾಯಕ ಮಂಗಳ ಮೂರುತಿ ಗಣರಾಯ ಶಕ್ತಿಗಿಂತಲೂ ಯೋಕ್ತಿಯೇ ಮೇಲು ಎಂಬುದನರಹುವ ಶುಭ ಚರಿತ ಶಕ್ತಿಗಿಂತಲೂ ಯೋಕ್ತಿಯೇ ಮೇಲು ಎಂಬುದನರಹುವ ಶುಭ ಚರಿತ ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಸಮೃದ್ಧಿಯ ನೀಡುತ್ತ ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಸಮೃದ್ಧಿಯ ನೀಡುತ್ತ ಪರಿಪಾಲಿಸು ನೀ ಗಣರಾಯ ಪರಿಪಾಲಿಸು ನೀ ಗಣರಾಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಗೌರಿ ಸುತ ಸಿದ್ಧಿವಿನಾಯಕ ಮಂಗಳ ಮೂರುತಿ ಗಣರಾಯ ಮಂಗಳ ಮೂರುತಿ ಗಣರಾಯ ಮಂಗಳ
To everyone present here, it is both an honor and privilege to extend a warm welcome to all of you to this one-day workshop on research methodology organized by our college. Research is the cornerstone of academic excellence and innovation, whether in science, social studies, or the humanities. A solid methodology is what gives research its structure and reliability. This seminar is designed to introduce, refresh, and deepen our understanding of the research process from identifying a problem to designing a study, collecting the data, and interpreting results. First and foremost, we wholeheartedly welcome to our respected President, Dr. K. Shanmukha Sir, Principal, SBC 4th Grade College for Women and Athani PG Center, Davangere. On behalf of the college, we welcome you, sir. Now, we would like to extend a heartfelt welcome to Professor Rangappa KB Sir, Senior Most Professor and CDC Director, Department of Studies in Economics, Davangere University, Davangere, who will going to inaugurate this workshop. On behalf of the college, we welcome you, sir. Next, we also warmly welcome our chief guest, Professor Supriya R. Ma'am, Chairperson, Department of Studies in Commerce, Davangere University, Davangere. On behalf of the college, we welcome you, ma'am. Now, we cordially welcome our chief guest and speaker for the second session of today's workshop, H. Gowda, sir, Chairman and Department of Studies in Economics, Davangere University, Davangere, in his absence here. Now, I wholeheartedly welcome Dr. Bhagyashree Hubdekar, HOD of Department of Commerce, Athani PG Center, Davangere. On behalf of the function, we welcome you, ma'am. Now, we wholeheartedly welcome speaker for the first session of the today's workshop, Professor Srinivas, Professor, Department of the Studies in Commerce, Davangere University, Davangere, on his absentia. Now we wholeheartedly welcome speaker for the third session of today's workshop, Professor Suchitra S. Ma'am, Professor and Dean Faculty of Arts, Department of Studies in Economics, Davangere University, Davangere, on her absentia. A special welcome to all our faculty members whose dedication lights the path of learning, and to our non-teaching staff whose constant support makes this event like this possible. Last but not the least, a very warm welcome to all our dear students and participants, the true spirit and future of the research and innovation. We welcome you all. And also I would like to welcome media persons to this event. Let's make the most of this event today together. Thank you, and once again a very warm welcome to all.
Music.
Most respected principal of this college and chairman of this session, Dr. Ambika P, and my friend, and Supriya Madam, Professor Srinivas, and faculty members of college, students, friends. Good morning to all of you. I think there are faculties from second year students of economics, commerce. Also, I think there are students from all postgraduate students. Yeah, I think this is, in this one-day program, they designed almost the different aspects of their research. Here, especially for this one-day program, really I am fortunate to inaugurate this function with this lighting the lamp and with great affection and also with great ambition. I wish that this program be most successful, and actually while lighting the lamp, I think there was some background song. Achevu Kannada but ಇದು ಈ ಒಂದು ದಿನದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಈ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನಪಟಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಒಂದು ಕಾಗ್ನೇಟಿವ್ ಡೊಮೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಶೋಧನೆಯ ಗೀಳಿನ ದೀಪವನ್ನು ಹಚ್ಚಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಶೋರ್ ದಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಮೋರ್ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್. ಈಗ ವೈಲ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ an introductory note, Anchor mentioned the research is most important thing. Research is most important. I know this is one of the most important component in this study. See, before I am going to tell you something about research, probably many of you may be having awareness about why research is important. Like why research is important for the career of a postgraduate student. ಬಹುತೇಕ ಬಹಳ ಜನ ಹುಡುಗರಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ತರ ವಿಷಯ ಅದಾವ. ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ಲಿ ಅಟ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರಾಜುಯೇಷನ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಐ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಒನ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. Some students, even some 2-3 years back, one of the parents called me and asked me, "Sir, I think my daughter is weeping here. She is not able to select a project. Please, I will bring her. She is from different institution. Please guide her about how to choose a topic, how to do this project." That was a kind of mindset in the student. So this mindset is major because, first the student should understand, is it a forcible imposition of the education institution to pursue a research project? Why the institutions are making it as a compulsion? This is one part of the students. is one part of the student taking it as a kind of pressure. Why should we do it? And how to do it? How to select a problem? This is a kind of pressure to the pressure in the minds of the student. I know another group of student. Actually, this group of student is maybe sometimes very serious in their academics. Whatever they want to do it with seriousness. There is another kind of students. They used to follow the footprints of their seniors. They used to ask, hey, how to do this research project? And that seniors very wisely they guide them. Hey, why do you take risk? No? Why? Yeah. ಈಗಿನ ಭಾಷೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಬ್ರೋ why do you worry that? ನೀನು ಅಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ತಗೋಬಾರಮ್ಮ. ನೀನು ಹೋಗಿ XYZ ಒಂದು ಜೆರಾಕ್ಸ್ ಶಾಪ್ ಇದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಹೇಳು, ಅವನು ಒಂದು 50-60 ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾನೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಿನಗೆ ಅದ್ರಿಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳು, ನಿನಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಂಗೆ ಅವ್ನು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. I got really surprised to know that. Actually now, very unfortunately, 75% students belong to this category. 75% of the students, first you should understand, but I tell you, my dear student, research is very, very one of the most important, very component in the among the students pursuing any kind, whether it may be economics, management, commerce, let it be any kind of discipline, sociology, English, anything. But you should understand why research is important, particularly in the contemporary situation. Research plays a very pivotal role in the career setup and career development of a student. There are many reasons for that, but because actually I tell you, research is a process. It's not a final product. Your dissertation that's a product. But and number 2, it improves the problems solving ability of a student. And in fact, it could drive the innovative mindset. Why? See, even for any business, see, it is not X is doing that business. Why? ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ಮಕ್ಕಳೆಲ್ಲ ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಈಗಂತೂ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೊಸ ಥರ ಟ್ರೆಂಡ್. ಭಾಳ ಓದ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ ಕ್ರೇಜಿ ಬಾಯ್. ಕೆಲಸ ಸಿಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಮದುವೆ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಹುಡುಕ್ತಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ತಲೆ ಕೆಟ್ಟೋಗಿರ್ತೈತಿ. ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಅಪ್ಪನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಪ್ಪ ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಹಾಕು. ಏನು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಹಾಕು? ನೋಡಿ ಅವ್ರ ಅಪ್ಪ ಹಾಕ್ಲ ಒಂದು 5 ಲಕ್ಷ ಕೊಟ್ಟು, ಒಂದು 25-30 ಲಕ್ಷ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಬಂಕ್ ಹಾಕೊಟ್ಟು ಆಯ್ತು, ನನಗೂ ಹಂಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಡು. ಇವ್ನು ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಬಂಕ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ABCD ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಬಂಕ್ನಾಗ ಇವ್ನಿಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಹಾಡಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ನಾಗ ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಇಟ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ದಿ ಇನೋವೇಷನ್, ಇಟ್ ಎನೇಬಲ್ ಯು ಟು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಟು ದಿ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ. And also, by doing some research, you can contribute something to the domain of your knowledge. And also, in fact, it used to say informed decision. Used to say a wise man used to take informed decision. And if you are really collecting the data, and based on the data analysis and based on application of inferential statistics, if you learn to take the decision, to draw the inference, it inculcate this kind of mindset of data-driven decision-making skill and development. And not only that, it also inculcates logical reasoning. That is also very, very important. In fact, we don't have any syllabus how to purchase the vegetable. Economics naga ಯಾವ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನಾಗೂ ನಾವು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ, how to purchase the vegetables in the market ಅಂತ ನಾವೇನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ. See, even we need not teach that. It is your day-to-day observation. You should have the logic. So you know the weight of the tomato, you know the weight of the coconut shell. You should understand. You have to apply the logic. You have to apply both inductive reasoning and also deductive reasoning. If you know the concept of inductive reasoning and deductive reasoning, wherever if I learn something somewhere else, I should also apply it to some other circumstance. That reasoning mindset has to be, not only that, if you are really going to do the research, indirectly, unknowingly, it improves the logical reasoning among you. I mean, in the mindset of the student who is really seriously doing research. And more than that, it definitely, it particularly improves the writing skill. ಬರೆಯೋದನ್ನ ಕಲಿಸುತ್ತೆ. See, it is not an easy thing. ಇದು ನಾವು PG ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರ್ದಂಗಲ್ಲ. PG ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಭಾಳ ಜನ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಭಾಳ ಸಂದರ್ಭ ಈ ಸರ್ಕಮ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಹೆಂಗಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ PG ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ. ಅದು ಬರೆಯಲೇಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಬರೀಬೇಕು? ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ರೇಟಿಂಗ್, ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಯಾವುದೋ ನಮ್ಮ ಹುಡುಗರು ಈ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಹೆಂಗಾಗಿದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಇಫ್ ದೇ ನೋ ದಿ ಸಮ್ ಕೀ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಎ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್, ದೇ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದೇ ನೋ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ರೈಟ್. It may not eat the question or it may not eat the, they are very well sure that I am going to eat the mind of the evaluator. They know the mindset of the evaluators.
Lucky.
So with this, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ in this context, dear friends, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೇನು ಅಂದರೆ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನು just mentioned skills. These skills, in fact, I kindly advise you go through a report. Quite often, time and again I used to mention you. World Economic Forum has brought out a report, future work, how the work will be in the future. How the future work. In that report, they mentioned the skills which will be more in demand in the coming decades, coming years. Not only in the coming decades, maybe in another. Already the trend has started. In fact, they have listed as skills for which there will be more demand in the market. Not only now, even in the past also, for the last 10 years, the same kind of trend is being taking place, but it is being getting accelerated. It is being getting accelerated. If you analyze that in that report, they have given a list of skills which are most important if you want to be employed in the contemporary situation. And I tell you, my dear friends, if you analyze that report, whatever the skills that I mentioned, they are the skills which will be in more demand in the coming years. So therefore, don't take research or project is something like a product which can be purchased, but feel that and understand that it is a process, and that process, you have to understand that process only by doing it. You cannot understand swimming just by listening to somebody else. Hey, ಹೆಂಗ್ ಸ್ವಿಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಸ್ವಿಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೋ ಸ್ವಿಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋನ್ ಕೇಳಿ, ಹೆಂಗ್ ಸ್ವಿಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ನೀರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡಿ ನಿನ್ನ ಕೈಯನ್ನು ತೇಲ್ತೀಯ, ಬಿತ್ತು ನೋಡು ಗೊತ್ತಾಕತಿ ಹೆಂಗ್ ತೇಲ್ತೀಯ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಗಂತ ಬೀಳ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಯಾರನ್ನಾರ ಒಬ್ರು ಅನುಭವ ಇರೋರ್ನ ಅಥವಾ ಏನಾರ ಕಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹಂಗೆ ಬಿಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದಾನೆ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೈಕಲ್ ಬಿದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಹೆಂಗೆ, ಸೈಕಲ್ ಬಿಡಿದ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದನ್ನ ಹಿಡ್ಕ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಹಿಡ್ಕ ಹತ್ತು ಪೆಡಲ್ ಮಾಡು ಒತ್ತಿಯ see exactly how to drive, how to swim ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕಲ್ತಿರೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. See, research is also, and it may not in the beginning it may not give you much comfort, but still, see, anything which give you better result, it may not give you comfort in the beginning. Only you have to undergo all the pains involved in that to understand that. Only if you are going to understand it, I am sure that it is going to help you in the future. So, and again, and one more thing with respect to this research, you should have proper conceptualization of what the research is. If you are going to start the research with wrong perception, many times, even not only that, life is learning, relearning. We learn something, we develop some kind of perception, and over the period we feel that whatever perception I developed, it is something wrong, and you de-learn, no, it is wrong. See, understanding that whatever perception you are having is wrong is more difficult than developing a new concept. Learn, de-learn, and relearn. Even
one more guest of today's inaugural session, Dr. K P, Senior Professor and CDC Director, Davangere City. My colleague, Dr. Srinivas K P, my friend, Dr. Bhageshri, my dear faculty members and dear students and participants of this research methodology workshop of today. So first of all, it is an honor for me to stand here today as the chief guest of this research methodology workshop. And I thank the organizers for inviting me and giving me the opportunity to address such a beautiful and vibrant gathering minds. So when we started the inaugural session, we started with research as a cornerstone of progress. Yes, every aspect, every step of progress starts with the research, because with the research activity, we tend to question ourselves what is to be done, how it is to be done, and the answer for that starts with the research. So when we say as research, research is nothing but searching something which is already there, searching something apart from what is already there. It is through this rigorous, systematic inquiry that societies evolve. New knowledge is created and meaningful change is achieved. So as Sir has indicated, when we search, when we think with the research mindset, we get to have new ideas, new ideologies, and with these new ideologies, a new society is being set. So we are all in the phase of artificial intelligence, which is also a product of our research activity. So with this research activity, we tend to understand ourselves to what extent man can think and create a world different and friendly for the human being. Inquiry. We need to inquire ourselves what is to be done, what is to be achieved, or why this is happening. So the theme of the research methodology, it cannot be more important, but it cannot be more important. But a brilliant idea, if it is not explored through the right methods, it can lose its impact. So this workshop is also a part of research, I hope. They wanted to understand the mindset of the students, how to come up with the research initiative among the students. They made an attempt to bring in this research initiative among you, and as a result of this workshop is being organized today. So it is the methodology that ensures that our findings are credible, our conscious or our conclusions are valid, and our contributions are lasting. So whatever research methodology workshop that it is being organized, it has a credible result, it has the conclusions that are valid and the contributions that are lasting, which you would be able to understand at the end of this workshop. Understanding the research design, the data collection, analysis techniques, and ethical practices, it is more fundamental, not just for the academic success, but for contributing the solutions to the real world problems. Some of the statistics I would like to present here about research is that when we take up the research papers which are published over the year worldwide, the research says that about almost like 2.5 million research papers are published worldwide. So this is the research activity that is going on throughout the world. And some of the fields like psychology and biomedical sciences, there are inventions they face issues where 30 to 50% of studies cannot be reproduced. They are the ultimate. Whereas when you come to the concept of social science research, it can be reproduced, or there is the chance for micro thinking, micro aspects. One aspect the research has there, and with the research gap, you start the next research. But in the field of psychology or biomedical science, it is the ultimate. They face the issues of not being reproduced. And around 20 to 30% are granted as considered as open access depending upon the field of the research. That is, you can easily access them, whereas some of the science researchers, it is not accessible. And regarding the spending of research, we see that globally, research and development spending has reached around $2.5 trillion in the year 2023. And the largest spenders on research are the US, the China, and the European nations. To the participants here, I would encourage you to view this workshop not just as a training session. It is a foundation for your future work. You are not only having an idea of how to go with your research project, but many of them are there who would be the future researchers with their PhD programs. So ask questions, challenge the assumptions, seek the clarity. So these are the most important concepts of research. You should start with asking the questions. You should be able to challenge the assumptions. So this is the assumption, but it might be right or it might be wrong also. And you should be able to seek clarity in whatever you have. So remember, a strongest researcher is one who does not answer the questions. You call a good researcher as one who does not answer the questions, but those who know to ask the right questions. It's not that you answer the questions, but you should be able to come up with the right question. What is, so as sir told, you should have the perception and you should be able to question whether your perception is right or wrong. So that comes with the research activity. And there is the need for interdisciplinary research also. So we have the collaboration here of economics, commerce, as well as English department. So there is the interconnectivity between one and the other, and almost all the time we see commerce and economics are interrelated with one another. So whether you are the background of science, social science, humanities or technology, you need to have an open-minded for collaborativeness. And this concept of research, it is important for individuals, for businesses as well as government, which helps them to make decisions based on the evidences. So almost it is not only for individuals, even government departments, even businesses, they take up the research activity. So for example, when you take the case of marketing, we start with understanding the consumers. When we need to launch a new product, we cannot say that whatever product I'm offering, it is for the consumers, because now it is said to be as a consumer-oriented market. So we need to understand the needs of the consumers. How do you understand? We start with the research activity. We try to understand what is the need of the consumers, and then take up the production so that our product does not fail in the market. Suppose it fails, even after all these activities, even after all the research undertaken, if there is a failure of the product, again research gives you the reason why there was the failure of the product. You have undertaken the work, you have performed the activity of researching, and then go for a product launch or something, but still the product has failed. Then again question arises, why there was a failure? And answer is through the research. And there is the need for understanding or validating and debunking the theories through the research activity. When you take up the research activity, the test will be able to, it gives a potential for the existing theories and strengthen or correct the theories. So you cannot just continue with whatever was happening, whatever was feasible 10 years ago, 15 years ago. You need to change or you need to make corrections as it is required as of now. You need to make the changes, and it helps the way of living in the society. It helps the standard of living in the society, because you have a correct method, you have a correct way of understanding and adapting yourself to the new methods. So as of now, we have inevitably adapted to the artificial technology. We have come to such an extent that we have the knowledge, but we are not using it to the fuller extent. Research, that is the result of the research. Artificial intelligence is there, but it should not reach to such an extent that we become the slaves of that. Man has created, and man should be able to control that. That is also to be done with the research activity. So with this background, I would like to say that research is not just adding pages to the libraries, it is about changing lives. We need to understand ourselves, where we stand and where we need to go. That is, as I told you, we have created the world for us, and we should have a peaceful living in the world. So with this few words, I would like to thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this research methodology workshop, and hope this methodology workshop would be a great success to bring new researchers to the field of research. Wish you all the best and thank you.
Now, I would like to invite our principal, Dr. K. Shanmugha sir, principal of SBC First Grade College for Women and Athani P Center, Davangere, to share the presidential remark. May I welcome you, sir.
ಶ್ರೀಶೈಲ ಜಗದ್ಗುರು ವಾಗೀಶ್ ಪಂಡಿತರಾದ ಮಹಾಸ್ವಾಮಿಗಳನ್ನ ಈ ಒಂದು ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸುಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಮರಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಶ್ರೀ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟ್ನ ಆಶ್ರಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೀತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸುಶೀಲಮ್ಮ ಬಂಕಾಪುರದ ಚನ್ನಬಸಪ್ಪ ಪ್ರಥಮ ದರ್ಜೆ ಮಹಿಳಾ ಕಾಲೇಜು ಹಾಗೂ ಅಥಣಿ ಸ್ನಾತಕೋತ್ತರ ಕೇಂದ್ರದ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ಹಮ್ಮಿಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಈ ಒಂದು ದಿನದ ಏನು ಸಂಶೋಧನಾ ಪದ್ಧತಿ ಅಥವಾ ವಿಧಾನಗಳು ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಾಗಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಾಗಾರವನ್ನು ತುಂಬ ಸಂತೋಷದಿಂದ ಉದ್ಘಾಟನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಉದ್ಘಾಟನೆ ನುಡಿಗಳನ್ನು ಆಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರು CDC ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಹಾಗೂ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಿನ ಸೀನಿಯರ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ KV ರಂಗಪ್ಪನವರೇ, ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಿನ ಮುಖ್ಯಸ್ಥರು ಹಾಗೂ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಆರ್ ಸುಪ್ರಿಯಾ ಅವರೇ, ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ್ ಅವರೇ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಿನ ಮುಖ್ಯಸ್ಥರಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಭಾಗ್ಯಶ್ರೀ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವರೇ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಧ್ಯಾಪಕ ಮಿತ್ರರೇ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಾಲೇಜುಗಳಿಂದ ಬಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ ಹಾಗೂ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿನಿಯರು. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಭಾಳ ಮಾತಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಅರ್ಧ ಗಂಟೆ ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ್ ಅವರು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಬಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕೂತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಲಿಟಿ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಬಟ್ ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದು ನಿಮಗಿಷ್ಟೇ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಥಿಂಕ್ ವೈ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಶಾಪ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್. ಇದನ್ನು ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಧ್ಯಾಪಕ ಮಿತ್ರರುಗಳೇ, ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಉಚ್ಚಗೌಡರಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಸುಚಿತ್ರಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ 3 ಸೆಷನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಎಸೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು ಪೀಪಲ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಔಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್, ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಫೈನಲ್ ಇಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಏನು ಈಗ ಫೈನಲ್ MCOM, MA ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್, MA ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಏನಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಈಗ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟನ್ನು ನೀವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಈ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಮ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 2.5-3 ತಿಂಗಳ ಒಳಗಡೆಗೆ ಸಬ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೀವು. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಷನ್ನನ್ನು ಇಂಟ್ರಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಟು ರಿಸರ್ಚ್, ಆನಂತರ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚು, ಹೈಪಾಥಿಸಿಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬ್ರೀಫ್ ಆಗಿ ರಿವ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಲಿಟ್ರೇಚರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತಂದೇಳಿ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದಿಷ್ಟ ನಿಮಗೆ, ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟನ್ನು ತುಂಬ ಅಚ್ಚುಕಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ 100% ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೈಂಡ್ಸೆಟ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆಗೆ ನಾನು ಯಾಕೆ PhD ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಳೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಎಂಡಿವೇರ್ ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟೇ. ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮೆಥಡಾಲಜಿ ವರ್ಕ್ಶಾಪ್ಗಳು ನಾವು ಸಂಶೋಧನೆ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ 2006 ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ. 2010 ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಯಿಂದ ಕಾನ್ವೊಕೇಶನಲ್ಲಿ ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ವೆರಿ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ, ಇನ್ ಎ ಟ್ರೂ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಯು, ವಿ ನೆವರ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಅಟೆಂಡೆಡ್ this kind of workshop when we were the students of research. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಈಗ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮೆಥಡಾಲಜಿ ಪೇಪರ್ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮೆಥಡಾಲಜಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ವರ್ಕ್ಶಾಪ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸಿಂಪೋಸಿಯಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದಂಗೆ ಇದು ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಾವಣಗೆರೆ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ರೇಂಜಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು 3ನೇ ವರ್ಕ್ಶಾಪ್ ಈಗ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಮಾಯಕೊಂಡದಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೀತು. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಮ್ಮದು 4ನೇದು ಮತ್ತು ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಥರ ವರ್ಕ್ಶಾಪ್ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮೇಕ್ಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಔಟ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಅಂತಂದೇಳಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಲೆಗೆ ಹೋದರೆ 100% ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಮುಂದೆ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ರಿಸರ್ಚನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ತಯಾರಿಗಳು ಈಗಲೇ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ ಎಂಬತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿ 3 ಸೆಷನ್ನ ಭಾಳ ಆಲೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ಮು, ನಾನು, ರಂಗಪ್ಪನವ್ರಿಗೆ, ಸುಪ್ರಿಯಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ, ಸುಚಿತ್ರಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ, ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಈ 3 ಸೆಷನ್ನು ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಷನ್ನು ಅಂದರೆ ಇನಾಗ್ರೇಷನ್ನು ನಿಮಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಯಾರು ಇವತ್ತು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ತನಕ ಒಂದು 4-5 ಗಂಟೆ ತನಕ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟುಬಿಡಿ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಯಾರು ಮೊಬೈಲನ್ನು ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಯಾರು ನೋಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಡಿ. ಆದಷ್ಟು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ತುಂಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಿಕೊಂಡು ಆದಷ್ಟು ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ದಂಗೆ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಷ್ಟ ಆದರೂ ಚಿಂತಿಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಇವತ್ತೇ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಐ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೋ ಟು ದಿ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಮೈ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ಐ ಶುಡ್ ಡೂ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಮೈ ಓನ್ ಐಡಿಯಾಸ್. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆದರೂ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೋಡಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಪಿಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪೇಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಅಂತನೋ ಅಥವಾ ವೆದರ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್ ಆನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಓನ್ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದು. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಷ್ಟೇ, ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಅವಕಾಶಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ ರಿಸರ್ಚಿಗೆ. ಈವನ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಎ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ LP ಫ್ರಮ್ ಯುವರ್ ಪ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ ಯುವರ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್. ಇವತ್ತು UGC, MHRD, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಫೋರ್ಡ್ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ನು, ಇನ್ಫೋಸಿಸ್ಸು, ಅನೇಕ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಓನ್ಡ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಅವಕಾಶಗಳು ಸಂಶೋಧನೆ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ನೀವು ಸರಿಯಾದ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಆ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಸರಿಯಾದ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕಾರ್ಯಾಗಾರಗಳು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪಾತ್ರವನ್ನು ವಹಿಸ್ತವೆ ಎಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಇನಾಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ KB ರಂಗಪ್ಪನವ್ರಿಗೆ, ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಸುಪ್ರಿಯಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ, ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ ಪರವಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾಗಿ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಪಿಸಿ ಈಗ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟಾಗಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೇರೆ ಏನು ಟೈಮ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ್ ಅವ್ರು ಬಂದು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಮೋರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ 1.5 hour ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅವರು ಸೆಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಜನ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂತಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾವು ಏನೇ ಕೆಲಸ ಇದ್ರೂ ಇವತ್ತು ಪೂರ್ತಿ 4 ಗಂಟೆ ತನಕ 5 ಗಂಟೆ ತನಕ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕಾಲ ಕಳಿಬೇಕಂತ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಯಾರು ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಏನೇ ಕೆಲಸ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ, ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಗೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಡಿ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೇಳಿ, ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪೇಷನ್ಸನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ 100% ನಿಮಗೆ ಇದರ ಉಪಯೋಗ 100% ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿ ಈ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ತಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದಿಸಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೀನಿ.
Good morning one and all. I am Sneha GS, second year MCom student. It gives me an immense pleasure to propose vote of thanks those who are present here. On behalf of our college, I would like to thank the president of this function, Dr. K. Shanmukha sir, Principal, SBC First Grade College for Women and Athani PG Center, Davangere. We are grateful for your support, sir. Thank you, sir. I would like to extend my gratitude to the chief guest of this program for accepting our invitation and gracing us with their presence. Professor KB Rangappa sir, CDC Director, Department of Studies and Economics, Davangere University, Davangere. Thank you, sir. I would also like to thank our another chief guest for spending their valuable time with us, Professor Supriya Madam, Chairperson, Department of Studies in Commerce, Davangere University, Davangere. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to Speaker Professor Srinivas Sir, Department of Studies in Commerce, Davangere University, Davangere. Thank you, sir. I would also like to thank Dr. Bhagyashree Hublikar ma'am, HOD, Department of Commerce, Athani PG Center. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to thank the faculty members of other college for attending this function and making this function successful. Thank you. I would like to thank the media members for capturing this event for their presence. Thank you. I express my gratitude to all the teaching and non-teaching staff for their hard work, guidance and continuous support for making this event successful. Thank you.